Hello and welcome to GlitchSlam Wrestling. Today we're just going to be going through our WrestleMania predictions. Just running through it quickly, go match by match. I will we'll have a quick disclaimer. We recorded this before today's SmackDown, and now afterwards it seems that the Rey Santos match is instead of Dragon Lee, it's now Andrade. So I'll keep it in where we talk about the Ray and Dragon Lee match, but yeah, keep in mind that was recorded beforehand. Obviously, it's kind of funny that it's now Andrade, and I changed my prediction to Ray and Andrade to win. So, hey, anyways, yeah, enjoy the video. We'll just get straight into it. First matchup, we've got Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar versus Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Tom, I'll let you go first.
Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee are winning that shit.
You
I'm gonna be
reckon?
honest.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon so.
See,
You can't have too many heels win, especially when they have the inevitable crushing at the end of the night.
yeah, I guess so. I think I just don't know if Dom should lose 2 WrestleManias in a row. Like, I guess it doesn't hurt him either way, but I also feel like Santos has earned the win. So I personally think Santos and Dom will win.
Yeah, I think it goes Dragon Lee's way because they're clearly setting him up as Rey Mysterio's successor.
Yeah, I
And
see
what better
that.
way than to have him beat the two people that have turned on him
Yeah,
recently?
yeah. This is definitely one of the matches. I'm like, it could go either way. I think, but yeah, I'm definitely leaning
Yeah,
towards the heels in this one. But also may just be favoritism because I like Santos and Dom.
yeah, that's probably it. Could be it. I don't know.
All right,
Right, what's next?
next match we've got the six women tag team match between Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jade Cargill versus Damage Control with Dakota, Kyrie, and Asuka.
All right, you can go first for this one.
I think this probably is one of the more obvious ones. So I think the faces will probably win this one.
Yeah, I do agree. As much as I like Damage Control, I
Yeah,
think that they clearly want to set Jade Cargill up
it would be
as a
crazy
force.
for Jade Cargill to lose on her debut. I don't see a world where that happens. So I think that was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, yeah, that
Um,
one's pretty clear. I think it would be a very big shock if they do lose it.
yeah, should be a banger of a match though.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Next up, we've got the 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships.
All right, so the obvious way that I think this goes, and that everyone's already speculating, is that awesome truth, most likely our truth because he's the dumb one of the team.
Hey,
Is just going to take the Raw titles and then fuck off and forget about the SmackDown titles, and then they'll split it.
yeah,
And then people are suggesting Austin Theory a 10 under to take it, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's more likely we might see did Newcastle probably made it? Yeah, I reckon they'll take it.
okay, yeah. I like it. I like it. I think I wouldn't be mad whoever wins this because I like every single tag team in this is awesome.
Yeah,
I think they've made it pretty clear that the belts are going to be separate in the sense of like they've made it pretty clear that
yeah,
it's not going to be like, oh, get all the belts and you win. It's going to be like you have to try and get both. So I think there's like a 95% chance the belts are going to be split.
which is good. I've seen people argue that like they don't want them split, they want them to stay unified. But I think that's pretty dumb considering how much talent there is now in the
I mean,
tag team division.
yeah, I mean considering they already had to qualify for this match alone, we've already had how many different tag
Well,
teams? Like,
we had 10 matches plus 2 qualifiers before that.
so
So it was like ended up being 14 to 16 teams just to get
yeah,
into this.
so like you have that many
All of
teams.
which you could argue should have won it. Like AOP
Yeah,
are pretty good, Street Profits,
yeah, like
pretty deadly, are entertaining. They're really good as a tag team.
they're definitely going to be split. Yeah, I think the obvious answer and my prediction is Awesome Truths. I think is definitely to get one set of belts. I do think that it's going to be Theory and Waller to get the other set of belts because I feel
Oh,
like
I'd love that.
you need to have one face, one heel. I know it's like I don't want to always go for like the face heel thing, but I think for this match it makes sense because then you kind of want to have that bit of I could see Theory. I don't know who gets them first. I don't know the order, but I just have a feeling that it's going to be Theory and Waller. On another theory,
Yeah.
I saw today. I don't know if you probably wouldn't have seen it, but I was watching the Stash Club Wrestling podcast, and they had a
Oh, they're great.
guest. Yeah, they had a guest. I forget it. I think it was Frankie. I think his name was. And he said something. This was the first time I'd heard someone say it, but he said something about two people from separate tag teams grabbing the same belt.
Ooh.
And if that happens, imagine it's like Truth and Priest or something like that. The storyline would go crazy. And I can see a
that
world
would
where
be
that
pretty good.
happens. Only reason
I can see a world
like
where the Judgment Day. So the only reason I don't think the Judgment Day will retain is because obviously Priest still has his Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Which I don't think will play this WrestleMania. He may come out and get it thwarted, but I reckon WrestleMania after Raw is when he gets his cash in.
Yeah.
And whether it succeeds or fails, that's when it's going to be cashed in.
Yeah. I think that's the only reason why I don't think it Judgment Day will happen. But
So
I can see a world where like it's like Truth and like Theory or something grab a belt. Or it's like some weird combo like that. Oh my god, if it's like Johnny and Theory, that would be so good. And then you go back to like the way. Except it's a version where like,
I see.
Yeah.
I see we're talking about so like two separate tag team members grab a belt and then they're a tag team because they've grabbed the same belt.
They're forced to become
that would be interesting.
That would be so fun.
I feel like it wouldn't last like as a storyline. It wouldn't last too long, but it would be fun to see for a good month or two.
100%. I think that'd be You could even show like that'd be a good way to like turn someone face or turn someone heel as well if you wanted to like split a tag team up and do something like that.
Or you have the wild combination of a heel and a face tag team.
Well, exactly.
Where one's trying to get someone to do the evil thing and the other one's trying to stop them from doing the evil thing.
Yeah. I hope that happens. It probably won't, but it's a very cool, like, fun theory I heard.
I will be honest. The 6-pack ladder match is probably like the match of the tour or like the entire WrestleMania for me.
There's a very good chance it will be. I'll be surprised if it's not.
Obviously, there's matches with people that I my favorites, but I think in terms of storylines and the possibilities, it is at least number one or two, the best 100%. That's going to happen.
100%. On paper, it's. I mean, you can't go wrong with a ladder match for one, but then you put 12 people in there. It's like, I think that's
and 2 sets of titles. It'll be fun. It's the match I'm looking forward to the most on Sunday.
Same, I think. Same. All right, moving on. We have the brother warfare, the Usos. Uso versus Uso, Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. I'll go first. I originally was like dead set it's going to be Jey Uso, and now I'm like I'm not convinced. I could see a world where they do like night 1 is going to be like Bloodline Glory. So like Jimmy wins, Bloodline wins, all that, and then night 2 is all like face wins. But also Jimmy's been getting like beat up in every single singles match and everything he's in, so like so is Jay to sort of an extent, but not to the extent of Jimmy.
To be fair, all of Jay's losses have come because someone else has like interrupted.
Because Jimmy has interrupted the match. So,
one of them was because Drew interrupted the match.
True. So yeah, I mean, on paper, I think Jay will win, but I also see a world where it's like it's like
there will be interferences from the bloodline.
Yeah, there's got to be.
I know it won't be a straight one-on-one.
Yeah, I think my prediction is Jay will win, but I'm not convinced.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that one. I reckon Jay wins it, but I think there's some drama that happens, or there's lots of there's going to be a lot of interference and shit like that.
Yeah. I think because I hope there's not indifferent. Like the way I hope that it goes. I wouldn't say this is my prediction, but it's like my hope of kind of how I hoped it would go this whole time. Is it's going to be like like a 20-minute match where slowly throughout the match they start off hating each other. It's heated, it's brutal, and then slowly throughout the match, they start like having little smirks to each other. They start like remembering that they're brothers. This is their dream match, and then like by the end of the match, they're almost like having fun beating each other up, having a dream match at WrestleMania, and by the end of
Yeah,
it, say Jay wins, but Jimmy's like happy for Jay and he remembers, hey, it's my brother, I'm happy for you. They embrace. That's what I hope happens. It's kind of a prediction. I think there's a chance it could happen. Um, yeah, that's what I think might happen. But I think Jay will win either way.
yeah, no, I do agree. It's going to be a Jay win, and there's going to be some things going to happen, obviously.
All right.
Though I do wish this match was rather than the AOP, the Final Testament Street Profits match being a street fight. I reckon this would have been better as a street fight.
Yeah. To be
The
fair,
the the City of Brotherly Love street
yeah,
fight.
yeah, yeah. To be fair, I hadn't thought about it until like just now. The thought just crossed my mind, but maybe the reason they haven't made it a street fight is because they want them to like
To
each
not
other at
have
the end.
Yeah, or so that they can't have interferences without like their bigger
Yeah,
punishment for
true,
interference.
true. You make that a street fight, and it's just probably going to be overbooked, and
It's just
they
Bloodline
gotta
versus Bloodline.
they gotta save
Which, to
that for
be
Bloodline rules.
look, we have too many overbooked matches already in this one. I can already feel.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're gonna save the chaos for the Bloodline rules
But
match on night two. Not that
yeah,
we're not that we're giving early predictions for what happens on night one, but hey.
but yeah, no.
Uh, all right,
All
moving
right,
on.
let's.
uh, we got your boy Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship.
So Gunther wins this. It'll be a very close match just because they don't want Sammy to look weak in it. But I don't feel like the story works if Sammy wins.
Yeah,
I think it's clearly, from what it feels like, it's setting up another Gunther Gable match,
yeah.
which I still feel like they should have done instead. But I understand they're wanting to have the biggest star at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree for the most part. I think Gunther will win. I think there's a good chance that this will compete. This will contend the ladder match for match of the night,
Yeah,
and
no, 100%.
it will be a fucking classic. Like it will be a banging match.
That's just because Gunther he just puts on bangers. Like he doesn't
Oh
have a
yeah.
bad match.
Oh, 100%. And if we get the emotional Sammy where he puts it all on the line, oh my god.
If we
his chest is gonna be, he's gonna invent a new color of red.
his
Like,
chest will be purple.
it will be. I wouldn't be surprised if it busts open and starts fucking bleeding everywhere. Like, it's gonna be brutal. I already know.
But yeah, if this is anything like Gunther's match last year for the IC title, it'll slap.
Yeah. I agree with what you said before. Though I think Gunther will win. I personally have always been under the impression that Gunther was going to win, so that's why I've always been glad that Sammy was in this match, because I feel like if it wouldn't make sense for Gable to be in this match if Gunther was going to win. I want Gable to go back against Gunther if Gable's going to win. That's my thought process.
Yeah.
So I don't think
So
it's time for Gunther to lose yet. That's why I'm happy that it's Sammy.
I will continue the train of thought of why I don't think Sammy will win. It's also because Gunther's built this belt up, and it'd be wasted if you put it on Sammy. I think because you're not going to get Sammy's doesn't need the prestige of winning this like belt and beating Gunther.
Yeah.
Whereas it could be used, even if it's not Gable, it could be used later on for say Braun Breaker or Ilya if he gets called up
Yeah,
to really push them further up because they're clearly going to be the future stars of the company.
it needs to be used in the same way it was used on Gunther to take the next star to the next level, like straight away.
Yeah.
Like, I could definitely see it going on a Braun Breaker, Dragunov.
Because you think
Or
how
a
much
Gable.
more more Bron Breakker or Ilya would get out of it, out of being the first person to beat Gunther by pinfall, than Sammy would, because Sammy doesn't really. Sammy was contending for the world title. He probably should have, like, I understand he wasn't the main person to contend for it, but he probably should still be trying to contend for it rather than the Intercontinental.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're gonna run back the if Drew does win.
Oh yeah, there'll be another Drew Sammy match if he
Yeah,
wins.
yeah, and the rumors are out that Sammy's not rumors, but people think because Money in the Bank is in Sammy's hometown, there's a good chance he might even win that.
Yeah,
So yeah, all right, yeah, Gunther win. I think that's pretty
pretty.
straightforward.
Yeah, it'll be a very good match though.
100%, 100%. All right, the next match we've got Becky Lynch versus Mommy Rhea Ripley, our Australian brethren. I think it's not 100% straightforward, but I would be surprised if Rhea Ripley doesn't win.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it's possible that Becky does win,
Yeah, I don't. I definitely.
just because she is this big star and she could probably throw her weight around a little if she wanted to win it.
Yeah, I think it's not. I think there's a lot of people that are writing Becky off, and there's a lot of unnecessary hate towards Becky. She is great. Like, she is really good. If she wins the belt, I don't doubt she'll do good things with it. If she does win the belt, I don't think it will be. I don't think she'll hold it for very long. But
No, I think she'd lose it to the next like big hill pretty quickly, I reckon.
yeah, but
And then
I think Rhea's still got so many dream matches to go. I'm not fully sold on Becky beating her. I think right now there's probably only a couple people where I would be like, yeah, there's a good chance that they'll win, and that's Bianca and Jade, in my opinion. I think if those two go against Rhea, then I can be like, okay, ooh, Rhea's probably going to lose. But I don't think Becky. I think it's great for a WrestleMania match, 100%. It's a big match. I'm sure it'll be a great match as well.
mm,
But I think Rhea's just on such a roll right now. I don't see any need to stop it.
my only thinking is that this could be the one match where they do a twist. Because I feel like every other match so far is fairly predictable.
Yeah,
So this might be the one match where they go, well, let's just throw a twist out there,
I think
and then
knowing how Triple H has been booking as well, like
oh,
I'm sure
I
Triple H has seen the backlash that Becky's been getting recently, where like
yeah,
Rhea's almost the face in this matchup.
yeah,
Like Rhea's so over with the fans. I could almost see a world where Becky wins and then just goes like full on like, yeah, screw you guys. I told you I'm better. Like
yeah.
just like heel turn again, which would be sick because Becky is a great heel.
It'll definitely. I think this is one of the least set in stone. Like, I think it's gonna happen, but I
Yeah,
think there's always a chance.
like I said, I'm not 100% on Rhea, but I'm like 75, 80%.
Yeah.
All right, on to the night one main event with Cody Rhodes and I almost said Sami Zayn, with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns.
So this one is interesting. I feel like it makes the most sense. You have Rock and Roman win it
Yep.
because then you get your big win with Rock, your big star win. Then you also set up Bloodline rules so you can have all the shenanigans that I'm sure we're going to talk about in that match.
Yep.
And I think it makes it better and all the more sweet for when that match happens,
Yeah.
if Cody were to win it,
I think there's
because it means he's come back from so much.
yeah, exactly. There's been so much talk of excuse me. There's been so much talk of Bloodline rules. I think it would be it's got to happen. They can't.
Yeah,
They're going on about Bloodline rules, Bloodline rules, Bloodline rules. It's gonna be Bloodline rules. I think
yeah,
that's pretty obvious.
they wouldn't mention a stipulation so much
It'd be very
if they
strange.
weren't going to at least somewhat use it.
Yeah, yeah. I think this one's probably one of the more predictable ones.
Yeah,
I mean, it might not be,
but
but it seems
I
predictable at least.
I just don't see why they would bother having this match if they weren't going to set up for Bloodline rules or
Yeah,
set up the loss.
I mean, thing is, I
It'll
think whoever wins this match probably lines up who's going to win the next match.
yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
if
I do agree
Cody
with
and
that.
Seth win, then
I think it's
Roman,
unlikely they win. They Cody wins the belt at night 2.
yeah, yes, yes,
However, I hope that even if it would be cool if he wins this, then wins the belt, and it's just like,
dominance,
yeah, we just did this to fuck with The Rock.
yeah.
It's just he was pulling too much weight as a board member. We had to just
We had to humble
settle him
him.
down a little.
They didn't actually tell Rock the finish. They just assumed that Roman would win the tag match, but then Roman just gets pinned, and he's like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah. So I think we're in agreement there. It's
Yeah,
100% going to be Bloodline win. Bloodline rules in night 2.
yeah, 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 yeah. All right, on to night 1. The first one we've got. On to night 1. The first one we've got the Pride, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Authors of Pain and Karrion Cross. I'm blanking on their name.
Of Akam and Rizar.
Oh no, I know their names. I mean the whole the name of
Oh, the Final
the
Testament.
Final Testament. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I want the Final Testament to win, and I think they will because to me it
Okay.
doesn't make a lot of sense to build them up as this scary new faction, bring in all these people that were released previously, and then to just be like, hey, here's a scary new faction. We're going to display them at WrestleMania, and they're going to lose. I think
So
they're going to win.
I'm both glad and upset you said this because this was my exact thinking with it.
Yeah.
But I was hoping to have a contradicting point with this one, just because I know you do like the Street Profits quite a bit. But no, they definitely wouldn't. They wouldn't. I mean, they fuck. I don't like. So like with the whole thing where they built up them as a scary faction. I think the same applies to the Pride in that they've clearly built them up, but like
Yeah,
they
it's
have to squash
strange.
one of the factions. But I think it makes more sense to have another dominant heel faction, especially given how like big and scary Akam and Razar are,
Yeah.
than having a nice big face faction. Because face factions don't really work for a long period of time. Whereas you
Yeah,
can have a
it's
dominant heel stable for a while comparatively.
yeah. Um yeah, I like Carrion. I think they're really trying to give him something
Yeah.
to, and I think the best way to really nail it home that Carrion is actually someone not to be messed with is be like, yeah, you got to have him beat Bobby Lashley and Street
Yeah,
Profits.
beat Bobby, who is very clearly like he's a world championship contender.
Yeah, he's. I mean,
Like if he were to like win the elimination chamber, I would have believed it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I knew it didn't make sense story wise, but if he'd won it, I would have gone, well, he's big and scary,
He's big.
understandable.
He is very strong. He's a vet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't help but in the back of my mind knowing that a certain couple of like scary guys that used to be in the WWE that were in AEW recently that apparently
Ah,
their contracts are
yes.
expiring and stuff like that. I can't help but be like they would kind of slot in. They kind of have that spooky vibe. They'd kind of slot into that faction nicely. I mean, if they make an appearance, I don't know the
It would be.
logistics. I try to avoid
I
spoilers
think
and all
that
that
I
shit.
think
So
the faction would also be too big if they were to join it. But
yeah,
I
probably.
I feel like they could do the same thing on a Raw maybe. Like
Yeah, or they could definitely do like a similar. They could do their own thing
yeah,
easily.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think so. We're both in agreement. Final
yeah.
Testament.
As much as I thought there might have been a bit of a difference of opinion there, I think it is pretty clear that they're gonna that
Yep.
the Final Testament will come out of that on top.
Yes. 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 All right. Next match: LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
All right, I'm going to take LA Knight here because I feel like he probably needs the victory more than AJ does.
Yeah.
like I can see it going either way, just because they're both big stars, and neither of them really lose if they do lose the match. But LA Knight gains so much more than AJ Styles, especially because this is his first WrestleMania, whereas AJ Styles, he's been there, done that already.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't hurt AJ Styles to lose. I also think LA Knight will probably win this. I won't say it's definitely not set in stone. I think there's actually a good chance that AJ might win. It
Mm.
depends what they want to book for After Mania, because they might want to book AJ as this scary new heel, which would be sick. But also, based on our previous predictions, at least mine, I've booked a lot of heels to win. And I think the
Yeah,
crowd, I think they're going to want a crazy crowd pop. And LA Knight
well,
is
LA
one of the
Knight will
best people
provide that.
to, yeah, he's one of the best people to provide a pop. So having LA Knight win would probably be one of the biggest pops of the night. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree with that.
yeah, I think it's not straightforward, but I think LA Knight will win. On to the triple threat match. Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton for the United States Championship. I think Logan Paul is retaining.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think much has to be said about this match.
yeah, I think it's arguably my opinion became more set in stone when they announced the whole Cleveland SummerSlam thing.
And they had him we all over holding the title.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a maybe they should have announced it after Mania, but I understand why they did beforehand. But also,
Yeah,
it could be bait. Maybe they
yeah, I
they
can see it
could
being
do a
bait.
world where well, the thing
Could be
is,
like
like, Logan's still a heel.
Jey
I
Uso.
don't think him going to Cleveland is going to be like oh my god, it's Logan Paul. We're from Cleveland. I love Logan Paul so much. Like, I don't think he's going to get like the Rhea Ripley, Grayson Waller pop because that's where
Yeah,
they're from in like Chamber. Um, so I don't think he needs the belt to go to SummerSlam. So I think they could throw a spanner in the works. But at the same time, I think they're probably setting up something. They've probably made it a triple threat for a reason. Kevin Owens and Randy will probably cancel each other out, and then Logan will probably,
cheat his way to a victory.
yeah, exactly. Hopefully, it's as creative as his last win, which were his Rumble one.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll think of something great again. Yeah, I think Logan Paul will win that one. Probably
yeah.
slightly
Once
obvious.
again, it feels like out of all of them, it's probably the most 100% set in stone.
Yeah. Yes, yes. All right. Next we've got Bailey versus Io Sky.
Hmm. So this one, I mean, the story clearly is that Bailey wins it, but I feel like there's still a chance that they might have Io retain.
Yeah, I think
Just
it's not. It's definitely not. I was definitely originally like fully set on like, yeah, Bailey's gonna win. It's gonna be sick. But I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure.
yeah, I think it's more likely Bailey does win, but I feel like there's still a very, very decent chance that Io comes out on top and she retains her title.
Yeah, I think
Just because,
yeah, go ahead.
actually, I didn't have anything in my mind. I was just saying things.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it could be cool to have like a kind of a storyline of Bailey trying to like regain trust in the locker room, trying to rebuild herself back up, trying to prove that she doesn't need a faction, all this kind of stuff. Like, I could definitely see her lose. Um, but I think she's earned it. She's earned that championship. Like,
Yeah,
and Io's so young still. Like, I hope
uh,
Io has multiple
she's
title
got
reigns.
she's got a few title reigns in her, I reckon.
Yeah, 100%. I also, and like, I'll be honest, I've been loving Dakota since she's come back, and I really want to see like a Bailey Dakota feud for the title.
Yeah,
And I can't even. I would love to see Dakota win the title, but I don't think that'll happen. At least not soon. I hope it happens at some point in the future, but
Yeah,
now I'm just dreaming. Dakota is very good. But yeah, I predictions wise, I think I'm leaning ever so slightly towards Bailey. It may
yeah,
be the obvious pick, so that's why I'm kind of like I kind of want to pick Io just to be like not the obvious pick, but I think Bailey will win. But I also won't be mad if Io wins because I love Io as well.
See, I'll be the contrarian on this one because I feel like we're being
Ooh.
too close.
Yeah, stop copying me, even though sometimes
I'll
you've
take
gone
the
first.
I'll take the EO win, though I do think Bailey actually does win it. But
Okay.
I'll take the risk. I'll choose the
Yeah,
EO win.
because obviously, the loser of this is I've now decided this is a competition, and the loser gets some kind of punishment. I don't know what. This wasn't thought through. I just thought of it. We'll figure something out. I get to steal one of your superstars in our universe series.
No, you wouldn't
Why
dare.
not? Okay. All right. Yeah, I've gone Bailey. You've gone EO. Moving on. We've got Drew McIntyre versus Seth freaking Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I there's a lot of outcomes to this.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I feel like it's impossible to say 100% certain
Yeah.
what happens.
Like, obviously, the big looming thing over this match is will Damian Priest cash in? And
But even then,
will he
does he not?
succeed?
But even then, does he save it for the other belt?
Fuck no.
Does he?
No chance. He's
Does he
too
go
scared
for?
of Cody. He's too scared of Roman, bro. He doesn't want to mess with The Rock. Come on now. Don't be ridiculous. We know it doesn't work like that. He wants Seth's belt. Yeah, I think if Drew wins, I think they'll let him have it. I think
Yeah.
they'll let him have his moment, and he will be Drew McIntyre with a belt, at least for that night. I think if Seth wins, there is a 99.999% chance of a Damian Priest cash in, because why wouldn't you? He's been beaten the fuck up 2 nights in a row. You gotta cash in at that point.
And he's been beaten up the Raw beforehand, and you didn't cash in then.
Exactly. Like, at that point you have to, and then you go, oh no, he'll wait till the Raw after, just in case he decides to have another match for some reason. Like, no, if Seth wins at Mania, Damian Priest has to cash in. No doubt in my mind.
Alright, so I'm going to say, because I did say it earlier, Drew McIntyre for me wins it, and then I think Priest attempts to cash in Monday for the Raw following. Whether he succeeds that or not, I'm not predicting.
Yep, that's fair. I think so. Yeah, I think my actual prediction is that Seth will win. I want Drew to win. I really do. But I think there's a lot of storylines you can tell with Drew just being like getting even more sadistic and like Drew McIntyre heel like.
I have enjoyed that he's been complaining about Seth not focusing on their match.
Yeah.
But then in the same time he's just having promos on Punk the entire time. Yeah. He also clearly hasn't been focusing on the match. It's just funny.
That is the exact reason why I think Seth will win, because obviously CM Punk is going to be ringside on commentary.
Or he'll be special referee, maybe.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But yeah, I think either way, CM Punk is going to interfere in that match. There is absolutely zero doubt. And it's whether it costs Drew or not. My prediction is that it will cost Drew, and Seth will win. Priest will cash in on Seth.
I think CM Punk won't willingly to begin with interfere. He'll just be sitting there in commentary, and someone will see him and pipe up, and then they'll keep annoying him.
He'll just start shooting strays, bro.
both of them would just sit there annoying him, and he would just go, "Ah, fuck this," and get up and hit someone with a GTS, and then sit back.
Yeah, that's imagine that. That's oh my god. The fuck
Oh
that would be the
no,
worst finish ever. Oh no.
Drew wins it. Damian Priest comes to cash it in, but Punk's like, "Fuck no." He lets him do the put the money in the bank in the ref's hand, call the match, and then just instantly gets him disqualified by interfering in the match.
Dude, I can already see it where like Punk's just gonna fucking attack Drew and it's gonna cause a DQ so Seth retains. Like, if that happens, that would be so lame. Unless they do it right.
Oh man.
Yeah, that match can go so many different ways though. But yeah, I think Seth will win with a Priest cash in.
Yep. I'll go the opposite. Drew will win. No cash in on WrestleMania.
Okay. On to the main event. The
Ooh,
WWE
here we go.
Champion, Roman Reigns, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
So I want this match, like everyone else, I want it just to be overbooked. I want it to just be the most complicated match possible. I I want this. I want the Stone Cold return. I want the John Cena return for no reason. I want I want every member of the Bloodline to interfere, but I also want every member of his Little Avengers group to interfering as well. I want there to be like 3 crossroads, a Samoan spike into a spear, then just the glass shatters into a stunner for no reason. Fuck it, Gunther walks out, he starts attacking people.
Just the most outrageous, just crazy shit. Shit turns into a
I
Royal Rumble. New person
I
comes out
I
every 5 minutes. Like,
I don't want this to be a clean match. I want this to be 30 minutes of everything happens all at once. No one knows what's about to happen.
oh
But
man,
I want Cody to win. I feel like there was no point in
it's
having him win the Rumble
it's
twice if he
time.
loses.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think it would be hard. Like, Cody is really fucking great. Like, he's very good. I'm sure he would survive if he lost, but
Yeah.
it would be hard. Like, what the fuck does he do
Well,
afterwards?
who beats Roman for the belt afterwards? Who goes for it?
Like I'm sure. Like, I guess you could be like, oh yeah, The Rock versus Roman at 41. Sure, whatever. That doesn't need the belt. Like, I'm
No.
sure that will happen. It doesn't need the belt. Make that for the bloody tribal chiefdom, whatever. Cody needs to
The story.
win. Like,
So yeah, like the story for both of them progresses much better if Cody wins it.
100%,
Because
100%.
then the Rock can get angry at Roman more angry at Roman.
Yep.
Um, the Rock can be angry at Cody still. Cody has a lot more fresh opponents that he hasn't had matches with.
Yeah.
That Roman already has beaten all of them convincingly.
Yeah, it's gotta be Cody, and then you can start telling the storylines of like, oh well, all these people, like for example, like Seth. I mean, as much as we'd love to run back another Seth versus Cody feud, like it would make sense because if Seth loses his title, pretty much just to help Cody,
Because then I feel like he'll want a chance at
yeah,
Cody's
he may
title.
want to be like, hey man, so I helped you win that thing. You reckon you could give me a title shot? Haha.
And I don't think Cody's title reign lasts long. I think it's very
Oh,
short, it's very succinct, and I
okay.
think he goes heel at some point during it.
Oh shit, that's bold. I don't know. Oh, I don't see him going. He's kind of like way too
He
loved.
he's he is the main face of the company, but I'd like to see him go heel just like for a little bit. I want to see Homelander appear with the belt
So
and then lose it instantly.
he's so good. I feel like he could pull off the whole like Homelander thing while being a face. Like,
Yeah,
so I would love to see that. But yeah, I think
but
Cody
I
has to
think
win.
it's a Cody win.
He has to.
I don't care how much interference there is for him to win. I
Or
just
even
want him
if
to
it's
win.
like the like superhero story of him like literally no one helps him. It's just like a 4-on-1 the whole match, and he still somehow pulls it off. Like,
Oh, it'd be great either way.
just have some god stuff. Just Cody do it to him. If Roman
It'll
wins, it's just gonna be I'm sure the storyline will be great, but it'll be one of those things where it's like the storyline will. It's gonna take a break. Like, there's gonna be so many breaks in
Yeah,
between because then they're gonna have to try and they're not gonna. If the whole point of Rock winning is to do Rock, sorry, if the whole point of Roman winning is to do an eventual Roman versus Rock for the title, they're not gonna want to do that at SummerSlam. They're gonna want to do that at
no.
WrestleMania 41. So we're gonna have a whole year of what will feel like just prolonged
It'll be the same
booking.
matches we've had all year with Roman, where we know he's gonna win. We know there's gonna be
Yeah,
interference of some kind,
it's like
and it's just at some point it gets stale. Like,
yeah, like the good parts are great. Like the good parts are great, but it's just those months in between where you're just kind of like twiddling your thumbs, like, hey, so that other title belt,
oh
that
yeah,
whole
and
bloodline
he
thing.
comes and he makes his return for the seventh time that year because he's gone another 2 month break.
Yeah,
But he's gonna say the same promo he said when he returned last month,
yeah,
and it's just like,
yeah. I
just let the man rest. Get the belt off him.
the players definitely have Cody win. Roman goes away for a while, and then you have this big. Then you have an actual return when he
Yeah,
comes back after
or
like so many months because he lost the title and just went on hiatus.
and he gets his rematch because I'm assuming if he wants a match, he'll get the match.
Yeah, it makes sense to have a rematch at some point at least.
Hmm.
And then that's when you have the Rock turn on. To be fair, they could do that. They don't have the Rock turn on Roman straight away, but then like in the rematch, they could do it.
Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, well,
but yeah, yeah,
I was just gonna say that that sums it up. Unless you got more you want to add.
yeah. No, I'm just gonna say it once again. I just hope it's a mess of a match. Like it won't be match of the night due to how
Just
like
how
technical and
stupid it
good
is.
both of them are. It's going to be great because it's just going to be a mess, and
Yeah.
it's going to have everything. It's the same reason I reckon the ladder match will be great. It's because it's just going to be so many people. Everything's going to be happening all at once. It's going to be pure chaos. It'll be great. I'm excited for it.
See, what do you think the percentage chance of MJF coming in to help Cody? What do you
Zero.
zero? Nah, you gotta at least give it like a 0.3, surely.
0.003. I'll give it that
Money
much.
talks, man. Money talks.
Yeah, but he's already from what everyone's been saying, he's already signed. He already had a contract with AEW re-sign.
Nah, man. Nah,
I
nah, nah.
think
You
it
have to
would be
hold faith.
cooler if
You gotta gotta
I'm
keep
just
faith.
waiting for that Ted DiBiase Jr. return.
Yeah, man.
The reunification of Legacy. Randy Orton comes out, then Ted DiBiase Jr. comes out. Then he goes back to prison straight away because he's only released for the day.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I think that sums that up. Uh, yeah. Thanks for watching our predictions. They
Uh, thank thanks for supporting the channel as well, guys. Just remember hit the subscribe button.
yeah. If you've made it, if
Leave
you've
some
watched this whole
comments.
thing, if you've watched this whole video, whew, thank you very much.
I'm surprised. Uh, I'd love to see you guys, like, hear you guys' like responses in the comments.
100%.
We want to start seeing some more comments. We want to start responding to them. There is this one guy that we haven't responded to yet, but we will respond.
Yeah.
I promise. Once
If
we
you're
know how
hearing
to respond,
this, if you're hearing this, you know who you are.
we're we're sorry.
We appreciate
We're
you.
just very awkward.
Yeah. We just didn't know how to respond. You know how it is.
Yeah, we haven't quite worked out what we're gonna do 100% for all this
Yeah,
yet. So
we are here. We having fun. We
we might.
figuring things out. You know what it is. Ah.
Yeah.
Shit. Fuck. All right. Well, we just lost any chance of anyone subscribing.
We've just lost all the subscribers, man.
Get that.
Fuck.
Well, if we didn't lose you, please subscribe. We do.
Please, we're begging.
Yeah. We got ourselves a universe mode series going on right now. We're having fun. It's cooking.
We're trying to upload weekly. We might miss a week here or there, but we were
Yeah.
trying to upload weekly.
We're busy boys. Let's just say that.
Yeah, It's very difficult sometimes to fit a schedule together with two people. Especially I've
Oh,
muted my mic by
I
accident.
was gonna say it just dropped out completely.
I'm going through uni and I work full time, and
Yeah,
Liam also works full time
yeah.
and does a bunch of other things outside of work. It becomes
We
difficult
have fun.
occasionally.
Yeah, yeah,
But we have ideas, we're ready. We
yeah.
we want to keep doing it.
Yeah, we're looking to do a lot more commentary kind of stuff just to kind of fill out the weeks as well. Like I personally will be doing Raw reviews. Tom may join me for some SmackDown reviews as well, which will be fun. We'll definitely do a Mania review,
Yeah.
100%, because I'm
I
sure
think
we
we'd
will
like to
have a lot to talk about.
Oh yes, I think we'd also like. We haven't really talked about it, but I'd like to start doing some of those like quizzes and stuff like that, like
Yes.
some of the bigger ones do.
Yes.
I think it's more about finding the right balance of
Yeah.
when and where to do them.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's a good it's good a good thing to like squeeze in. Doesn't require much editing because obviously we don't have much time to edit, and then we'll squeeze in our universe modes when we can because those take a few hours to edit. They take a couple days, 2-3 days plus easily, plus hours to record them, and just finding the time's crazy. But we'll definitely squeeze in some more
Yeah,
content here and there.
but I've definitely been feeling motivated. Like I
Oh,
can't stop looking at the view counts go up. I'm surprised we've gotten as many as we have so far. I'll be
oh,
honest.
legit,
I
legit.
did.
I was expecting
I was
like 20.
expecting. I was expecting maybe 10 a video. At the moment, we're averaging about 25 to 30 a video, and it's quite nice.
Yeah, legit, legit. From
Especially that draft video. I knew it would be the biggest video we've have uploaded, but I didn't think it would explode to over 500 views already.
Yeah, that for context, that took me so many hours to edit because I decided to make it the most complex video for no reason. But if you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it because it took me well over a week, many hours.
And it was also like the second draft, like the second version of it, because we did originally try to
Yep.
do one
Yep.
back right at the beginning of the year, but we decided to wait until the new game came out to do it.
Yeah, so
Uh, we
it's
actually
worth it.
filmed that. We filmed it the day after. Yeah, the day after Elimination Chamber in our
Yes.
hotel room.
Yes, we did. And we are
That
amazed
was
how good the audio is.
Yeah, no, we're actually surprised. I think we had better audio in that hotel room than we do normally. So
Oh, 100%. My bloody computer sounds like a jet engine half the time, so trying to edit that out and
yeah,
not trying to make my voice like super quiet and the whole thing. It's good fun.
but yeah, we are trying to improve our commentary and all that as well. Like we're not great at it. We're getting better. I
Yeah,
think our latest videos
definitely better.
have shown the improvement over just a
100%.
couple of weeks.
Try to figure out that
I
concept
think
and
what we need to do is less commentary and more just react to the match, more just banter.
yeah, for
But we,
sure.
we'll learn how to make it work better as the longer we do it.
Oh yeah, I may as well mention this now. I was going to toy with the idea for PLEs, for example, for like Night of Champions, where the instead of doing like 3 matches edited into one video, I was almost tempted, depending on how long the match is. Obviously, if there's like a 5 minute squash match, it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense. But if we have like a 10-15 minute match, we could almost upload the thing in its entirety as a solo video. So be like, first episode of Night of Champions is this title match, and it's just like, so you know what you're clicking on. It's like that's the title match. You're watching that title match. Next video is this title match. Next video is this title match. It'd be a bit harder because it will have to be like fully live com.
yeah. But
But I
we
think,
we can make it work.
yeah, and I think especially because it will be purely high stakes, it'd be much easier to commentate than just like a regular Raw or SmackDown video. So I think if you like that idea, I like that idea because it's my idea. But if you like that idea, and if
Yeah, I think
people
that's
listening,
probably the
if
easiest
anyone's
way to do
listening
it.
right now, if you like that idea, let us know.
I feel like that is the best way to do it. But yeah, we're happy to take suggestions. We want
100%.
to we want to improve our content. We want to get better. I think we both see that there's actually a lot of promise in this.
Yeah, 100%. I'm having fun.
I think yeah, it's definitely the most successful I've ever been trying to do YouTube.
Yeah.
It's the most enjoyable I've had out of it.
Yeah, especially when it's like,
Especially,
me and you, we're both very passionate about wrestling. Like I haven't enjoyed anything this much in such a long
yeah,
time. Like I'm
It's been a
so
while since I've
invested.
truly gotten into something like this.
Yeah, so I think like I mean I don't know about you. I mean I've already booking like a PLE, two PLEs ahead in my mind. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I've got one big storyline in mind.
yeah,
You already know what that is. I
yeah,
don't want to spoil it. I've dropped hints to it throughout my commentary,
yeah, yeah,
but it's just a matter of working out how to actually make it work. Because the way we're doing it is we're not doing fully like fantasy booking. We're doing the simulations of the game itself.
yeah. So it's like
So
if someone wins that we don't want to win, it's like that
it's
kind of throws
really
a
awkward,
spanner in the works.
which has happened a few times for me. Less so with you, I think.
Yeah,
I think,
I've had everyone who I want to win so far. So
whereas I've definitely had a few matches where it's like, all right, I've set this up as a squash match, but somehow you've lost.
great job.
Oscar, Dakota.
uh,
And I think that we also need to tweak some of the settings, play around with it. There's been too many out losses on my fucking channel, on my
you
videos.
need to introduce a rule on only your on your brand. It's just there's no countouts from now on.
There's no countouts. I'm sick of them.
You make that a storyline. But like you come out just like, you know what? I'm sick of these goddamn countouts. No more countouts. All right, they're banned.
They're banned. No more
Every match,
countouts.
every single match is now a false count anyway.
Unless it's a title match. No, not even the
That's even
title match. I don't
worse.
want to risk that.
That would be even worse. Imagine that.
Uh,
You have an entire PLE, every single match is a count out. That would be sick.
uh, it would happen. That's my luck.
And it's all the like it's all of them are just like the champions, the one on the outside, and the person on the inside is just a moron. They're
Just
like, yeah,
giving.
count out win. Wait, I don't get the title. Well, I may.
No.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we need a toy with the idea of like, because I've been thinking of how I could do it, but I'm not sure how I could do it without it just seeming like cheating. But I was thinking of like controlling some of the matches in the sense of like,
Yeah.
because the hard AI is pretty hard, so it's not like a straightforward win. But it could
Yeah.
also make some of the matches more interesting because, you know, obviously I'd be the one controlling it. I would deliberately go out of my way to go for some crazy shit just cause make the match more interesting. And because that's just what I do anyway. The amount of times I've lost in my rise because I've tried to do something ridiculous and it's backfired and I've been pinned or submitted because of it. Like my elimination chamber match when I'd stayed in there the whole time. I was playing for 30 minutes. And all I had to do was hit my finisher and pin, but no, I had to go to the top of the cage and try and jump off and hit my finisher. And it got reversed and I got submitted instantly because you can't kick out of submissions against hard AI. Anyway, not important.
It's so fun. The different play styles because I just keep it simple.
You're just like
I just keep
squash
it
match.
simple. I just go, all right, here we go. Build up my signature straight into a finisher into the pin,
Pin, match
and it
over.
happens to be two power bombs. Game done.
2 power bombs, cool. Game over. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
flip off the top rope, through a table, through the announce table, kendo sticks, bloody the whole shebang. Gotta cook, you know. I'm a high flyer for a reason.
Whereas I'm more of the powerhouse type.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Anyways, I think that's a good amount of yapping.
Yeah, we've yapped for a while here.
We just added an extra 15 minutes onto the end of the video, but that's fine. People can click off whenever. That's the benefit of this whole thing called a video. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, if you've made it this far, you may as well subscribe. Like, come on.
Yeah, do it.
We'll have plenty of these coming out soon. Try and make as much content as possible.
There might be weeks here and there where there's not uploads, but
I think
we won't. We're trying to avoid that as much.
Yeah, I'll try and make sure there's at least a video a week of something.
Yeah.
Whether it's something short or well edited or whatever. We'll figure it out. But there's definitely going to be a lot of content coming to this channel, for sure.
Yes, definitely. We're both super hyped up about the future of this channel.
Yeah, 100%. All right.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See
you guys next time.